It's happened. Worlds have collided, crisscrossing the drama community, the beauty community, and the true crime community. And as my friend Jake Yonsei would say, that's tea. Hey, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, loyal viewers. I'm Kerry, the nosy housefrau, and today I'm sticking my nose in on a few topics, some not so piping hot. Even if the tea is a little stale, it's still flavorful on this channel, I hope. And a big thank you to Jake Yonsei, who I mentioned before. He is a wonderful person who sent me this necklace. He knows me. He knows how much I like me. It was perfect. My son said the back should have my husband's number and if found, called Patrick. Could happen. It's not too soon to plan. So it seems the drama drought has ended and there has been a little fall of rain. Right now, as we speak, Onision is supposed to show up in court. I think probably by the time I end this and start uploading, I'll find out that he never showed up at all. He was just doing that. But who knows? It's not looking good for him. And here's the thing about that tea. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Right now, I can't, because it got to the point now where the children are involved, and that got too depressing for me. That's not tea. To me, this is a whole other level of heartbreak to find out that the police have been to his home like 19 times in a year. One of the children was hurt, and I can't even bring myself to talk about it. As a mother, I was very depressed and devastated, and I don't know about you, but I try to avoid news like that when I'm helpless to do anything about it, and it's just depressing. To make matters worse, when all of this was going on, his behavior was just bizarre. It's one thing to say that Onion Boy is an irritating person. I miss those days. As much as I couldn't stand him for like a decade, I miss the days where he was just irritating and I could just avoid him. And now he's abhorrent and criminal and just negligent as a parent, and it's just nothing I want to focus on. So kudos to Chris Hansen, because I can't do that. I know people like, Not Another Drama Channel and Mike and Actor have been wonderful about consistently covering that person and giving him the kind of negative attention he deserves. But I would rather move on to greener pastures. Which brings me to Shane Dawson. Whoa, did the segue just roll through here? He had a prowler. And I don't know about you, but I was watching the video footage. And at that moment, I was like, forget makeup. Speaking of makeup, I know you guys are going to ask. I have been a geek all week wearing my Makeup Geek, and I will put the colors down below that I'm wearing. Code NOSY for 10% off, and I do get some pennies. Paid advertisement in the way of product, plus my affiliate code. But I did use Shimma Shimma. I guess I could have gone with Shimma Down Now, but that would have been a lot on the pan. I love these puns so much. I used a little smoke signal and Blushing Beauty Prim and Proper. And yes, I will link those below. So back to the prowler. Shane and Ryland are sitting at home 8 o'clock at night and they hear a bang on the door. Now, I've said before, I don't like when the postman has a package and he knocks on the door when I know he's coming in the middle of the day. I don't like knocks on the door. They hear bang, bang, bang. Not only is it 8 o'clock at night, but they know they have a gate. This person had to jump over the gate to get in because nobody granted him access. And they were very scared. I was too. I was really scared. This is where it becomes true crime and the beauty community and drama. I was so scared for him. When he said he saw the guy, and there he is on camera. Can you imagine? You look at your security system and there's the guy going to get in your garage. He's wearing his gray hoodie because he's in a dark place. Is that Nick Snyder merch? We can laugh now. He's safe. This is where it gets really scary. When Shane saw him going through the garage, he realized the kitchen door was unlocked, which naturally it would be. You've got a gate, you've got security, you're at home in a safe area. He runs to the kitchen to lock the door. This is like something out of a horror movie. He feels the hand turning the knob as he's locking it. He's like a second ahead of the guy who's banging on doors again. Obviously, this guy is deranged. He winds up getting arrested at the house, but before that, you can hear Shane is like practically hyperventilating. You know, when you're so terrified, you're trying to keep it together. We've probably all had a moment or two like that. Hopefully not a lot. where you're genuinely so frightened that you can't get air. He was just like, are you coming? Are you coming? Like, it must have felt like an eternity waiting for the police to get there. And I've noticed being in a bigger house can be scary. I've house sit for friends, and I have relatives with big houses. Sometimes this house, which is just, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it has high ceilings downstairs. Like, I think it's one of those houses that in its day, those people were wealthy. Over the test of time, it's just an average house now. But sometimes this house feels big to me. And I can see out into the dark backyard, and I'm always hyper vigilant about my surroundings. And so I remember being in a big house that my sister has. There's a story there. My sister-in-law had a very big house, and I was in that house before they sold it and moved. I was house sitting, and it felt really scary to be in this massively empty house. And I think, you guys tell me what you think it is, but I think it has to do with feeling that there are a lot of places for somebody to hide, a lot of entry points. It's scary. I know some people who hoard, part of why they do that is because they feel safer when they're enclosed. There are a lot of things that go into the psychology of hoarding, but one of them is that feeling of having everything around you filled, and so that you're safer in a smaller space. This was scary to me, being in a big empty house, and every sound you hear, even though I had 2 big dogs with me, I was a little nervous. I can't imagine how scared they must have been. Thank goodness they had each other. And I think they probably told themselves, don't panic, he can't get in. But that's really scary. Oh, must have scared Malgie with those stories, because he just climbed up on me to claw the crap out of me. I'm getting acupuncture right now. Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. He's stabbing. Everyone's a critic. So here's the real tea from that End of the Beauty World video. I don't think anybody was expecting this, but it's pretty much bonus footage from the whole World of Shane series that was about the conspiracy palette. And this was a sprinkling, at least, of the tea that everyone was thirsting for, demanding, really, in some cases. They talked about the Jaclyn Hill Sasquatch lipsticks, alleged hairy lipsticks. And you actually got to see Jeffrey's reaction, which was what a lot of us thought it would be. If he were to give her advice, it would be get on camera immediately. There's a very funny montage of Shane telling everybody to shut the F up. You all need to shut the F up, and it's very funny. We got to see a little tea, a little of their reactions to how things went down. He says at one point, and James Charles, I even love you. And there's like Andrew Gasp comes on the screen a little bit. So it was cute. It was funny. This is the kind of tea that we want. This is the kind of thing that is much more palatable to me with the beauty community, with drama in general. Sorry. No, you're fine. My son was just making noise downstairs, and I thought no one was downstairs. So I was like, oh, I don't want to die of irony. I was sitting here making a video about prowlers. Hello? Okay, are you coming? When can you get here? When are you gonna get here? That's not funny. We can laugh about it now, though, because we're okay. And of course, the title is very tongue-in-cheek, because there could never be an end to the beauty community. There could never be an end to the beauty world. As long as people walk this earth, there will be a beauty community. For hundreds of years. Thousands of years. I mean, if you go back a couple hundred years, women were killing themselves, putting arsenic on their skin, making very beautiful corpses to look good. And probably before we had language or fire, there was a cave person, be it male or female, who was playing in the mud. We didn't even speak, and they realized that the mud kind of made their cheekbones look a little more prominent. And they were like, and their friends were like, oh. And the rest, as they say, is history. If you've watched this far, I so appreciate you. As always, I will be shamelessly hawking my merch, my Patreon, my Teespring, all of my info, including my affiliate links, in the description box below. Thank you very much, as always. I look forward to your thoughts. I do have another video in the works for tomorrow. Feeling very energetic, so there should be a lot coming down the pike from me. And until next time, thank you very much, everyone. Hausfrau out.